What is EPS? The profit of a corporation is divided by the number of outstanding shares of its common stock to arrive at earnings per share, EPS. The resultant figure is used to gauge a company's profitability. It is typical for businesses to publish EPS that has been adjusted for unusual expenses and possible share dilution. The higher a company's EPS, the more profitable it is considered to be. Earnings per share calculation and formula: EPS net income, commonly referred to as profits or earnings, is computed as net income divided by the number of shares outstanding. The numerator and denominator are modified in a more complex computation to account for shares that might be produced by options, convertible debt, or warrants. If the equation's numerator is changed to account for ongoing processes, it becomes much more pertinent. The balance sheet and income statement are used to determine the number of common shares outstanding at period end, dividends paid on preferred stock, if any, and net income or earnings. Because the number of common shares can fluctuate over time, it is more accurate to utilize a weighted average for the reporting period. The weighted average number of shares outstanding must take stock dividends and splits into account when determining how many shares are outstanding overall. The calculation may be made easier by some data sources by utilizing the total number of shares outstanding at the end of a period. What is EPS used for? One of the most crucial metrics used to assess a company's profitability on an absolute basis is earnings per share. It plays a significant role in determining the price to earnings (PE) ratio, where the EPS is the E in PE. An investor can determine the value of a stock in terms of how much the market is ready to pay for each dollar of earnings by dividing a company's share price by its earnings per share. One of the various indicators you can use to choose stocks is EPS. Selecting a broker who suits your investment style is the next step if you're interested in stock trading or investing. Because common shareholders do not have direct access to the earnings, comparing EPS in absolute terms may not signify much to investors. Instead, to assess the worth of earnings and how confident they are in future growth, investors will contrast EPS with the stock share price.